Welcome to Watch, Review, Repeat. This is the podcast where two best friends discuss the latest in film and television and then do it all over again the following week. My name is Colton Brown, and joining me is Andrew Meadows.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing well. We happen to be sitting about, what would you say, this about a 3 feet distance between us?
It's about a 3 feet distance, yeah.
And this motherfucker keeps trying to laugh every time I try to start this thing. It's like the 10th time I've tried to get this thing going. He just can't put a bottle on it. Can't even ask me how I'm doing without laughing first.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, man?
Good. I live with you now, as you know.
Yeah, fucking homeless.
Yeah, technically homeless for the next month. But the good news is, just to update our listeners, is that the stressful week from hell has ended. All of my shit is in storage right now. Still looking for a place in Philadelphia where I'll soon reside. But for now, I'm using your amenities for a little while at least. And
I do have a couch.
You do have a couch, and it's a far more comfortable sleep than your Lazy Boys were, I must say.
Yeah, well, I try.
So I appreciate it for one, and I'm sure you appreciate it too because it's definitely good for movie watching and good stuff like that. So
I've fallen asleep. Well, I think I've fallen asleep. Every night
maybe
this week
maybe
on the
it's
couch.
too comfortable because we've watched several things over the past week, and you've definitely I think you said you fell asleep in literally almost everything, except for the one that was real shit. Maybe we'll touch on it later. So this week, we're talking about a movie that we caught, I guess a couple days ago now, Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom. And it took us a while to actually make it to the theater to see this one. I think it was one that both of us weren't terribly excited about. I don't think the reviews really got us any more excited, I would say. But it was a movie. And it's a movie that we're going to talk about in just a little while. We do have a bit of news that we're going to talk about as well. But before we get there, what's your fun fact for the week?
Fun fact of the week. I have to make sure I word this properly. This is the only Jurassic Park movie to feature the full logo since the original.
No, just period.
Period.
Just period. It's the only one. Has the full T-Rex on display, the whole proper logo. Yeah, it does. It's also the only movie in the franchise. No, I was going to say the only one to not be very good, but there's a few stinkers in there, isn't there? We'll get there. I'm getting ahead of myself. We'll have many things to say about it shortly. Let's kick off the news here. I would like to talk about a few trailers that we got. We actually just sat down and watched them on that comfortable couch we just talked about. First one is The Predator. This is the second trailer we've gotten for it. First one, I don't think either of us were super keen on. It was the one that had like the little kid playing with the set, and then it looks like he's controlling the Predator. It didn't look very good. But I gotta say, this one looks way better. I don't know if it's course correction and they've kind of blown their load by showing everything in this trailer, and there's not going to be any surprises for the movie, perhaps. But this looks much more like what I would expect from a Shane Black Predator film.
That's fair. No, I thought they released a TV spot or something, and it flipped a 180 on me. I was actually pretty excited after I saw the TV spot or whatever it was. I don't know if it was a TV spot or what it was, but I remember something shorter coming out, and I thought it was pretty interesting looking at. Like I said, it flipped the 180 on me. The first trailer was hot shit that was not very good.
Yeah. So this feels definitely like a marketing 180, if nothing else. So it's one of those things. Like, I mean, I don't think is there a single shot in this entire trailer with that kid in it?
No.
So unless they've cut him from the entire movie, I feel like they're definitely kind of pulling back on that. And so if that does make it to the final cut, I feel like that doesn't bode particularly well. But it also just depends on how that plot point is integrated. If it's just a misleading trailer of he's not actually controlling it, I think it's fine. But if he is controlling it,
it's kind of stupid.
It's real dumb. Yeah. So, but this does look good. September 14th, 2018, it will be coming out. And yeah, I mean, Shane Black's the dude. So definitely looking forward to it now, much more so, at least with this trailer. Next trailer we got, bit of a tonal whiplash here. Beautiful Boy. With Timothée Chalamet and Steve Carell from Amazon Studios. Definitely much more dramatic film. I think based on real life memoirs, I think is what the trailer said.
Yeah.
And definitely looks very emotional.
Yeah.
But it looks good.
Definitely looks good. Looks like a touching movie.
Yeah, I guess it takes place over a few years' time. It's about heartbreaking and inspiring experience of survival, relapse, and recovery in a family coping with addiction. So, strong cast, definitely strong trailer there. October 12th is when it's going to be opening later this year. So, yeah, looks good. I know you're a big fan of this next trailer we're about to talk about.
Let me tell you something. Holy shit.
So the next trailer that we're talking about is a movie called Mandy.
It is completely fucking bonkers, man. We pulled up the list of trailers. And we're like, yeah, well, we don't want to sit here with headphones on. Let's just go watch them in the living room. So we go and watch all the trailers in the living room, and we watch them in the order that we're talking about them in. And after this trailer, I didn't have any interest in watching any other trailers. I just prefer to watch this trailer again. It is completely out there. It looks absolutely fucking crazy. Looks like Hellraiser with some Evil Dead, and I don't know what the fuck is going on. Do you know what's going on?
Well, I mean, I'm looking at this plot description. I didn't totally get this from watching the trailer.
Okay.
I mean, I got the crazy shit for sure, but per the actual plot description, and I quote, Pacific Northwest, 1983 AD. Just for right there, 1983 AD. What a weird kind of detail. Like that kind of stuff that sets the tone a little bit, I feel.
This is official?
Yeah, I mean, this is straight from the film company that uploaded the trailer.
Okay.
Outsiders Red Miller and Mandy Bloom lead a loving and peaceful existence when their pine-scented haven is savagely destroyed by a cult led by the sadistic Jeremiah Sand. Red is catapulted into a phantasmagoric journey filled with bloody vengeance and laced with fire.
Fuck yeah.
That's I mean, that doesn't really sell it short, I feel. Definitely just it's a very artful description for sure. But
it's a very artful trailer.
Yeah, it looks completely out there, but
there's
in a great
cartoons.
way.
There's cartoons in there.
Yeah.
You got some Mad Max people riding motorcycles and shit. You had Nicolas Cage holding some custom fucking crazy axe.
Yeah. So
and a 14-foot long chainsaw. It's like, fuck Evil Dead, fuck Ash. I'm gonna one up them. I'm gonna get the ridiculously long chainsaw.
Yeah, I think one thing is for sure. We're gonna get some fucking great Nicolas Cage goodness out of this movie. You could just see brief shots of him just absolutely losing his shit. So,
and it totally fits.
2 hours of that, yes, please. Yeah, I'm definitely about this one. Panos Cosmatos is he's a co-writer and he's the director of this.
I'm looking that fella up.
I don't know anything about this fella.
Nope.
So.
Maybe
Based on
now
this,
would be a good time to fucking do a little...
You want to do a little Google foo?
Do a little improv Googles.
So he's got a very short filmography. Beyond the Black Rainbow 2010 is literally the only directorial credit he has listed.
Click on that and Rotten Tomatoes
movie,
that. Ooh.
Yeah. Well, the problem with a movie like this is it's got 30 reviews.
That's true.
It's not a wide release. Rotten Tomatoes isn't a good metric.
Why don't we just pull it up on
the...
Just remember to pull this up on the Amazons. Maybe we'll pick it up on the Amazons.
Yeah, it might be able to stream somewhere, perhaps. But 52% on Rotten Tomatoes. So.
Jeff Bezos for the win. Gonna send me some movies.
we looked up his net worth, and
he could buy all of Amazon. What?
Well, I think we calculated he could buy, I think at least 5, maybe 6 of every product on Amazon. With the money that he has to his name, he's doing pretty well. Is the bottom line?
Do you know how absurd that is?
Look,
6 of every item on Amazon. You could spend days looking at every item on Amazon.
I've had a shopping list, and I'm like, I can't buy that. That's like $30. I don't want to do that.
Jeff Bezos, fuck it.
I'll buy fucking 700 of those. I'll buy the whole stock, the entire Amazon stock of that. We'll have to go back to the distributor and get more.
Jeff Bezos. Oh my goodness. Anyways, I'm sorry.
Anyway, we're gonna talk about Jared Leto again this episode. You want to know why? Want some good news about Jared Leto?
Give it to me.
He's going to be Morbius, the living vampire. And look at this motherfucker. We're looking at the news article together. Go home, Sonny. Sony, you're drunk.
Fuck it. We'll just use Jared Leto.
Yeah, well, first of all, Morbius the Living Vampire does not need his own movie. Second of all, if you're trying to make... I mean, I'm speaking obviously for myself here, but good lord, if you're trying to get me even somewhat interested in the prospect of a Morbius movie, holy fuck, do not cast Jared Leto in it. I mean, what are you doing? He does kind of look like a vampire, to be fair. I mean, I would peg him more as a living vampire than I would peg him as a Joker, if I had to, split hairs on it, but... Oh man, what are you doing, Sony, with this? You can't make this shit up.
Fuck it. We'll cast Jared Leto.
They actually have a director lined up for this too, so it sounds like they're going full steam ahead. They got a star. They've got a director. Daniel Espinosa is going to be working on this. He did Life last year with, I think Ryan Reynolds was in that.
Okay, yeah, it was all right.
I didn't see it.
It was okay.
It looked almost like a Venom movie, but it had a very symbiote kind of plot element. It seemed like it too.
But it was kind of cool though. It was all right. I think I have it on Blu-ray. I think.
Okay. The script is going to be written by Burke Sharpless and Matt Sazama, the duo who created Netflix's Lost in Space series, which we know had stellar writing. So, look, it's. I mean, that's a good combination overall. Really, when you think about it, you've got a guy that helmed a movie that didn't do all that well, wasn't all that well received. You got Jared Leto, probably one of the finest actors of our time.
Listen, okay, I know that you have a lot of disrespect.
No, I don't have disrespect for Jared Leto.
You just don't like him?
I mean, really, it's the Joker thing that's rubbed me completely the wrong way. He was fine in Blade Runner. I think a million actors could have performed that role better. But pretty much Dallas Buyers Club is the only goodwill that he has with me right now, because everything else that he's done,
Requiem for a Dream's pretty fucking stellar.
Okay, how old is that now?
That's pretty fucking old.
So
I'm going to keep pulling it out of my pocket, though. It's a good movie.
I think that Suicide Squad more than counteracts the Requiem for a Dream effect, personally. And I know you saw Suicide Squad.
It's not his fault, okay?
No,
it's not his fault.
At least partially his fault. You cannot not blame an actor for whatever the fuck he did in that movie. I'm sorry.
Hey, he did
I understand.
Such a good job that they're giving him his own movie.
I understand.
And then they're casting him as a fucking vampire.
The look probably wasn't entirely his idea, but he signed on to it.
Oh, yeah, he signed on to it. He said, ooh, that sounds fucking cool.
And he did not elevate that role in any way, shape, or form.
I'm going to send people dead rats and used condoms.
Yes. So, fuck Jared Leto. Fuck this movie. Fuck Sony. Let's move on to Indiana Jones 5, which, it's timely. We had a bonus episode very recently about the Indiana Jones franchise. I think we actually talked a little bit ways back about Indiana Jones 5 was supposed to start production April 2019. Yeah. Steven Spielberg coming back to direct. Harrison Ford coming back as Indy. Well, there's been a bit of a delay. So it is not going to meet its production start date. And they've actually hired John Kasdan to come in and either, I'm not sure if it's a full rewrite or if he's just touching up the script that was...
Who is this man?
This is John Kasdan. So he is the son of Lawrence Kasdan, who was the writer of Raiders of the Lost Ark. Okay. He also co-wrote Solo, a Star Wars story with Lawrence Kasdan, his father.
Okay, yeah, we talked about that.
So, so basically it seemed like I think Spielberg, Ford, some combination of everyone involved in this wasn't totally happy with the script that had been presented, which the script for 5... up until this point was going to be written by David Koepp, who wrote a script for a movie called Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, which to me seems like you should probably not go back to that well.
We should burn that one.
Probably not. So me thinks that, maybe the quality is a little consistent between that script and this script, and maybe they're thinking, okay, it didn't work out so well last time. Let's pump the brakes and try something different here. So, yeah.
Take as much time as you need.
I agree. Well, to an extent. I mean, Harrison Ford ain't exactly, spring chicken, but
as long as he's not flying airplanes.
Not flying airplanes, not getting Millennium Falcon doors dropped on his leg.
That's it. I think
but there's no Millennium Falcons in Indiana Jones, so he should be good.
He should be good.
Yeah, I agree though. Obviously you can't take too long with it, but yeah, the difference between starting in April 2019 and fucking September 2019.
If they take too long, they have Lucasfilm de-aging. I think it should be all right.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. But, I agree with the principle of the matter of, just figure
Treat
it
it
out.
with care,
Make
man.
a good movie. I mean, it's the fifth one of the franchise. You have to uphold the odd-numbered rule
boom,
of
boom.
1,
Yeah.
3, and 5 have to be good. Because if 5's not good, then the whole thing is ruined. Teaser poster for Glass. Let me pull this up for you.
Let me see it. Is it the M. Night Shyamalan?
It sure is.
I like the first one. I thought the first one was fucking good.
Yeah, Unbreakable is pretty well regarded. Did you see Split?
No.
Okay. So I didn't love the trailer for Split, but I know Split got a pretty good reception overall, and it's connected to the Unbreakable world.
Is it?
Yeah. So that's kind of the big reveal at the end. Spoilers. But basically, this movie, Glass, is basically the crossover between
fucking cool.
Unbreakable and Split, and it's Shyamalan's basically third in now a trilogy. So as we can see in the poster, we see Sam Jackson's Glass character. We got James McAvoy looking fucking ripped as fuck in the middle, and then Bruce Willis reprising his role from Unbreakable there on the right. So
what do I got to do to look like that? Dude is jacked.
Lots
man.
of chicken breasts and lots of working out, probably.
Let's do it.
Making a pact right now.
Yeah. Well, I quit smoking.
And also probably less of the beer that we're drinking right now.
I'm not going to give that up.
Well,
What happens
might be
if
a
I
problem.
mix the workout with the beer? I come out as a pudgy version of that?
You know what? I wouldn't consider myself a beacon of physical fitness. So
It's like
I
an up in the air.
I don't feel entirely comfortable
We
answering
need to
that
talk
question.
to a personal trainer. Listen, if I don't give up the beer and I practice the diet and I work out, what happens? You get less six-pack. Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, maybe. So this project sounds pretty cool. I think it seems like Shyamalan's kind of worked himself a little bit more into the good graces of the audiences with Split, because he had that like weird, he did like The Last Airbender and really a bunch of shitty movies for a good while there. So maybe this is a return to form. It seemed like Split was a return to form, at least. Again, haven't seen it. Want to see it.
I haven't seen it either, but I really, really enjoyed Unbreakable.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was really good. It's one of those movies, full disclosure, that I haven't seen since I was a kid, but I watched it and rewatched it and rewatched it, and I thought it was awesome.
I think it still, from what I understand, holds up pretty well. I myself haven't seen it in a while as well.
Yeah, but you remember it, right? You remember it fondly?
Yeah, but I think that even, just in the general...
Like, you look back and you think about that movie, I can't imagine that being an M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Well, that was before he went down the shitter.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Oh,
That
okay.
was like might have been his first movie that he did.
Was it?
Maybe.
I think it's cool that he's creating
It's one
some
of the first,
trilogy,
if
though.
nothing else,
That's
though.
actually incredibly exciting.
It's cool. Yeah. I mean, plus McAvoy, well, Bruce Willis, when he gives a shit, is great, but dude doesn't give a shit in like a decade, 2 decades maybe.
What are you talking about, dude?
What's the last Bruce Willis movie that he gave a shit in?
It's the last Bruce Willis movie I've seen. It's the last one that's been out. Die Hard 7?
Yeah, exactly.
It's fucking-
That's kind of my point.
It's fucking gold.
Was it? Yeah, it was great, wasn't it?
Anyways, I'm sorry.
Last bit of movie news. Last bit of movie news for this week. You're going to laugh like a motherfucker when you hear this shit.
No.
Jim Carrey is going to star in a movie about Sonic. That's the problem with doing this in the same room. Is we got the giggles a little bit here. Let me pull the straight verbiage from the article here.
I cheated. I got a glimpse of the fucking... got a glimpse of the news.
Jim Carrey to play Sonic the Hedgehog villain Robotnik.
Oh, there's a couple of things that are fucking ridiculous about this news. One, there's a Sonic the fucking movie coming out.
Yeah, man.
And two, Jim Carrey's cast as the villain.
Not just the villain, fucking Robotnik. Dr. Eggman. Dr. fucking Eggman.
Oh god, I got tears.
So it's going to be a live action / CGI combination. It also stars Westworld's James Marsden, Jimmy Marsden, coming in for some Sonic action.
Who's playing Sonic?
I don't know if they've announced who's playing Sonic. I assume Sonic would be the CGI part of that, and he'd probably just be voiced. It'd probably be cool. Hopefully they bring in Shadow, because Shadow's so fucking cool, dude.
Or Knuckles?
Well, you gotta bring in Knuckles. Knuckles is classic. Tails.
Who's gonna play?
You gotta bring in Tails. He's gotta fucking fly with his tails, the helicopter tails.
How do you make a movie? How do you make a movie of Sonic?
You cast Jim Carrey as Robotnik. That's how you do it, motherfucker.
I'm curious. I need to see some dialogue from Robotnik. Dr. Eggman. Picture Jim Carrey reading it. Oh, Christ almighty. That is such... Who's making this goddamn movie? Who's making this?
Paramount is the production company. It's going to be directed by Jeff Fowler. I looked him up. I think this is his feature debut. I think he's worked on like shorts and stuff like that, but...
Fuck! I don't think I could. I don't think I could hinge my career off of Sonic.
If they give you the opportunity, do you say no? You're like, fuck. I mean, this could propel me to stardom,
or it could fucking damn you forever.
That's true. Are you?
What about Paramount though? What's to say about them? Hey, listen, guys, I got a good idea. Let's cast Jim Carrey and let's make a Sonic movie.
Well, Sega needs money, so
fuck. That is completely ridiculous.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I feel like the rapture's happened, and we're living. We got Donald Trump as president. We've got Jim Carrey playing Eggman. I mean, what the fuck is You got Jared Leto playing Morbius, the living
and
vampire.
the Joker. So,
God,
yeah,
it's like a fucked up fever dream, dude.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Holy
You want to get
shit.
into some TV news?
Yeah.
All right. I don't think we have anything quite so ridiculous here.
That is absurd. I can't get over it. You got the picture up there. I can't look away.
I just clicked away. We're good now. We're in the clear. TV news. Jessica Jones season 3 has actually started filming, which is a pretty quick turnaround. Obviously, they're not taking that Defenders-esque break. I think Jeff Lee talked about how Defenders is kind of a one and done sort of thing, which is fine. But as far as Jessica Jones season 3 is concerned, Krysten Ritter, Jessica Jones herself, will be making her directorial debut during that third season to film an episode of it. So that's pretty cool. There's no real details on what episode she's going to be doing, but she says she's beyond thrilled, and I am pretty curious. I wouldn't say I'm beyond thrilled to catch up with Jessica Jones season 3, but I would say that I'm definitely very keen on catching it when it does come around. Still behind. Luke Cage season 2's been out for over a week now. Still haven't watched any of that, but it's on the list. So anyway,
yes, sir.
Another comic book adaptation is coming soon to HBO, or at least a pilot was being brought forth to the the higher ups at HBO, and that is Watchmen, which has received some additional casting. Most notably, Jeremy Irons is going to star as it doesn't say. It's not a quote unquote straight adaptation of the source material, but it says that he's going to be a lead role in the pilot. So
I like Jeremy Irons.
I like Jeremy Irons too. He's one of the bright spots of the DC universe. To think about any recent roles he's had. He's good, Alfred. Everything else is real shit. So. You gotta take the good with the bad, and when the bad is 99% of it, and the 1% is Alfred and Wonder Woman, look, you gotta take it, man.
I'm sorry, I can't move on from Jim Carrey as Eggman. I can't.
Do you want me to put the image back on the screen so you can laugh a little bit more? We'll get off track for another 20 minutes.
How does I still don't know how that happens. Who pitched that shit? I'm sorry. We got to move on.
We do have to move on. We'll have a conversation after the episode.
Bonus episode.
Additionally, Sleepy Hollow's Tom Meissen, Francis Fisher, and Jacob Ming Trent have also joined the pilot of Watchmen. So, not familiar with really any of those people, but they've cast a lot of people. I'm curious to see what Lindelof has in store with it.
Watchmen's got a lot of characters, though,
and I feel like it's a pretty big kind of, it's a very big name recognition kind of project to me that suggests that if you're making a pilot, you're probably not going to stop there. Like you'll probably take it to series.
It just depends unless
unless it's real terrible. Then and when cage, maybe don't do it. But True Detective season 2 made it to air, so obviously HBO's quality standard isn't exactly.
It's questionable at best.
Yeah. That alone, like even if everything else in there was amazing, which it's all pretty good at least from what I've watched, that alone is enough to think, okay, someone should have lost their job over this. Yeah.
Whoever greenlit fucking Sonic's probably going to lose their fucking job.
We'll give them the benefit of the doubt until it comes out in a couple of years' time.
Trailer.
We got to do an episode on that because that will be incredible. Incredible.
I don't even know.
I know you're looking forward to the Purge television series, aren't you?
I was talking to you about this earlier. They're coming out with a Purge television show on USA, right? Yeah, USA.
Yep.
I feel like I must have missed out on some sort of cultural phenomenon because I haven't seen any of the Purge movies. They all kind of look like shit, to be honest with you. I know a couple times for the last decade, we've walked through Universal Halloween Horror Nights, and they've always had a scare zone. Mm-hmm. It's like, what? And that's kind of shit too, I think. Anyways.
Well, I guess if you don't have any sort of reverence for kind of what it is, then it probably loses a lot of the luster.
So maybe I need to grind out the Purge series. But
I watched the first one. The first one is trash, mostly because it has that whole high concept of, all crimes are legal, including murder, and then the whole movie takes place in a single household, and it's just like, why are you wasting this concept like this? I understand you have a low budget, but if you don't have the budget to actually pull that concept off, maybe don't do it. So that's where I was with the first one. I've heard that the second one, I think it's Purge Anarchy, it's got Frank Grillo in it, who's Crossbones and Captain Civil War. I've heard that one was pretty good. I haven't seen it. And then they did another one, I think maybe Purge Election Year, I think was the third one. And then the first Purge, I think, just came out like 2 days ago, like July 4th came out.
Oh.
So if you really want to get on the Purge train, now is probably a good time.
Grind it out. Watch the next one in theaters.
Same wavelength here, yeah. You'd probably fall asleep though. Couch is too comfortable.
I don't.
You don't really feel that need.
I don't feel the drive.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the TV series though, from the brief 40-second snippet that we got, did anything in there? Obviously, it doesn't seem like you're too enthused about it. So I figured that was the answer. But yeah, I mean, it looks like the Purge. I will say, having watched at least the first one. I
think the best Purge reference that I've ever had, or the best Purge experience I've ever had, is Rick and Morty did a bit on the Purge. Okay. They went to like a Purge planet, and it was pretty funny.
Okay. Yeah.
And that was the only exposure I've had to the Purge. But yeah. Anyways, we can move on. Eggman.
Move on, Michelle.
I am the Eggman.
I am the Walrus. Wellington Paranormal. It's a New Zealand television series created by Taika Waititi and Jermaine Clement. We've got our first look at it, about a minute trailer. So this is coming to New Zealand TV. As of now, it doesn't have an American distributor. I would imagine, based on the creatives behind it, they'll get that sorted out before long. But it's a spinoff of What We Do in the Shadows. It's the same universe as that.
Oh, okay.
There's three cops that they talk about in that, and two of them were the ones actually from that movie that go in and go and investigate the house.
I gotcha.
So, yeah, I mean, Taika Waititi, Jermaine Clement.
It's gold.
You'd stop right there. I'm good. Yeah, I'll definitely watch it.
Yeah,
assuming I can, of course.
Oh, you got that on the microphone.
Yeah, so looks good. You laughing about Eggman over there, my friend?
Laughing about my fart.
You're just gonna own it, huh?
Just gonna, yeah. I farted. Full disclosure, yeah, probably picked it up on the mic. It was quite audible. I don't know.
I was trying to cover for you, so that I could
edit you don't have to cover.
No,
okay.
You're good. All right, you're just rolling with it. All right, very good then. We can move on then to Halo. Halo television series has been officially announced by Showtime.
On a Halo Showtime show.
Halo Showtime show based on the very popular video game franchise from Microsoft. 10 episodes. They've got a showrunner and a director, actually. Kyle Killen is going to be the executive producer, writer, and showrunner. He's worked on a TV show called Awake. I don't really know anything about it.
Nope.
But I think it was a very sci-fi kind of show. So that's something. And Rupert Wyatt is going to direct multiple episodes of it. He did Rise of the Planet of the Apes, just the first one. So
okay, yeah.
I mean, I like Halo. I feel like it's something that really could work well on TV. And Showtime seems like a good fit in terms of maybe giving it a decent budget.
I think
it
depends solely on the what's your material, because I think they're. I don't know. I like Halo. I think Halo's cool. At the same time, I think it kind of extends a long ways, and I don't.
Well, I'm like 3 games behind at this point.
Right.
Myself.
I don't know quite how long that rabbit hole goes.
Books and shit.
Yeah.
I got time for that. I don't have time for the video games. I don't have time to read books.
That first Halo was fucking rad, though.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's kind of my reference point is the first Halo trilogy. Yeah. So I feel like from that standpoint, assuming that they just kind of hew closely to the first few, then yeah. I mean,
but would they? Seeing that, I mean, how long? Well, I guess we haven't had a true. I don't know. I can't talk about Halo. I just don't know. I know they announced something at E3. Yeah. Yeah,
they announced Halo 6, I think.
Yeah,
Halo Infinite.
I'm fucking far behind.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd like a God of War. Who's gonna put fucking God of War out on TV? I'd watch God of War. Would you watch some God of War?
I would watch God of War.
Yeah. Anyways.
Hopefully, it wouldn't be shit, but it's not being made. But yeah. Halo is, and yeah, I'm on board for this as far as I can tell. There's nothing here that offends me.
It's a badass sci-fi.
What I am curious about is how do they do Master Chief? Do you dread it? Do you never let him take his helmet off? Because as far as I know, we'd never see him without his helmet in the video games. I feel like it's another one where
you totally dread it
if you take his helmet off and humanize him a little bit. Who wants that?
No.
Just make a supporting cast, have human faces and stuff.
And I feel like a lot of that characterization with Master Chief is developed through him and Cortana,
Mm-hmm.
So I think you flesh out that relationship and you make that the cornerstone of your show, which is she's just an AI, I think that's fucking cool, and you just dread the fuck out of him. You make him a badass.
That's what I would do.
But I think he's like 7'5". He's something ridiculous. Like Master Chief's a beast.
He's a big dude.
You remember he flew? He re-entered the atmosphere in his fucking suit. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Yes. Dude is badass. Anyways, I digress. Let's move on. More details on DC's
DC Universe streaming platform should be launching later this year. Basically, they've announced that it's kind of going to extend into a few different mediums. So we've got TV shows coming. Titans, Doom Patrol, the Young Justice continuation, and like the Harley Quinn animated show. I think there's a couple others in there. Swamp Thing. We knew those were coming. I think we already talked about them in the past, but there also is going to be some access to like a curated selection of DC comic books, if you remember, and then certain stuff from the DC catalogs. I think Batman the Animated Series, I think you're going to have access to at least some of that show. I think the Linda Carter Wonder Woman show you'll have access to, and I think like Superman 1 through 4, the movies and stuff like that. So there's a few things on there that I feel like I'm going to go in for like Titans principally on this, and more for like the new kind of content that they're going to be putting out. But it's nice to have extra shit on there in case
like Suicide Squad.
Actually, there's nothing. I don't think there's any of the DC like extended movies. Like I don't think any of those are going to be on there.
Yeah,
at least as of now.
I wouldn't put them on there.
No, again, as my current offer stands to WB, if you want me to own Suicide Squad, you're gonna have to pay me. It's the bottom line. It's the bottom line. But I bring this up because we got another look at Brenton Thwaites as Robin from that upcoming Titans show I just mentioned, and I'll pull that up for you here.
Well, that looks pretty good.
Looks pretty good. Definitely looks. It's less leathery, certainly, than the CW outfits, and yeah, I think it looks good. Kind of a muted color palette, of course, but
does it follow the continuity of Batman vs Superman?
No,
different.
Yeah, I think this is. I don't even think this is in like the Arrowverse. I think this is just its own thing.
Well, it looks pretty fucking rad.
Yeah, I mean, say costume design looks good.
I don't think there's ever been a Robin that I think I've ever seen and said, "Oh, that looks badass," but that looks.
Yeah, it looks
pretty badass.
It looks pretty badass. I agree.
Yeah.
Last bit of television news: Danny McBride and John Goodman are teaming up to be on HBO. That's a good combo right there.
Just the topic sounds hilarious. Too.
Yeah, so
I could see them both.
It was so McBride created, wrote, and he will direct the pilot for a show called The Righteous Gemstones, which it's the story of a world famous televangelist family with a long tradition of deviance, greed, and charitable work, all in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. That doesn't happen in real life ever, does it? No way.
Not with Danny McBride and John Goodman, anyways.
John Goodman will be the patriarch of the family. He's described as unbending and a force in the ministry game. So that's pretty cool. And
This is HBO?
HBO, yeah. McBride's going to play his son, Jesse Gemstone, the eldest son and the heir to the throne. So, yeah, that's a great combo. Definitely the subject matter sounds right. He sounds ripe for a Danny McBride type show.
Yeah,
Eastbound and Down, a Vice
pretty
Principals kind of show for sure.
Did I tell you about Eastbound and Down?
You told me you bought a couple seasons of it on Blu-ray for quite cheap.
I found it at the Goodwill for seasons 1 and 2, less than $5 on Blu-ray.
That's a damn good deal. It's a pretty fucking good show.
It's outrageous.
Kenny fucking Powers.
Yeah. Anyways, there's that. So
that's it for the news this week. Box office breakdown, my friend.
Box office breakdown.
So, let me get my information here. Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom, which is the movie that we're talking about this week, made some money. Not as much as the first Jurassic World did.
I hope not.
But not bad in its own right. Made $148 million in its opening weekend. Represents a 28% slide from Jurassic World, but it was good enough for number one by a significant margin for that particular weekend. Second weekend had a 59% drop to $61 million, but it still retained the number one spot. I think the only newcomers in that weekend were Sicario and Uncle Drew, and neither of which are exactly big box office performers. So nothing surprising there. It'll probably get toppled in its third weekend when it's dealing with the tandem of Purge, which we just talked about, and Ant-Man and the Wasp. So overseas, it's been crushing it. $692 million overseas through about 2 weeks worth. Domestically, it's actually over $300 million, so that's a pretty good number, and it has actually crossed, as of recording this, the $1 billion threshold worldwide. So, is it well-deserved? Well, we'll talk about it, won't we? Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom is directed by J.A. Bayona. It's written by Colin Trevorrow, who sucks, and Derek Connolly, probably also sucks. It stars Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard reprising their roles from Jurassic World, and some other people. Who gives a shit? It's got Jeff Goldblum in it for
it's true. It's good.
15 seconds. The synopsis reads: when Isla Nublar's dormant volcano roars to life, Owen and Claire mount a campaign to rescue the remaining dinosaurs from the extinction level event. So, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, what did you think? All right, that will conclude our review of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. We'll catch you next week.
Yes, sir. No, it wasn't the worst movie I've ever seen.
That is true.
It's stupid.
That is also true.
It's a stupid movie.
Fact.
There's some unbearable performances in it. I think they're pretty unbearable.
Is it the fault of the performer or the fault of like the character
direction?
As it's written?
Well, the characterization. I mean, I think both.
Okay.
I think both are pretty, but they were obviously acceptable. So I think the problem might be with the direction. Like if I would have recorded the performance, I would have said, "No, we got to redo that. That's not. I don't want that."
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's everybody's fault.
Yeah.
It's just not very good. I just don't think it's very good. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen. I don't want to harp on it too bad. Usually I sound very negative about shit when it's really bad.
It is not the worst movie we've seen this year. That still belongs to A Wrinkle in Time.
By a significant margin. By a significant margin, yes. Absolutely. But I think a lot of the problems I have with this movie is just the fact that Jurassic Park's got a lot of nostalgia, and you'd like to see it be good. And when it's not...
But we were talking about this, I think, on the car ride home. Has Jurassic Park as a franchise been good since the first movie?
No. I can't remember.
It hasn't, has it? I think Jurassic World is fine. The first one, it's fine.
Yeah, but it's still not very...
But it's not good.
No.
It's not good.
It's not Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park, the first one, is legitimately great.
That's a good movie, yes.
Everything past that is varying levels of crap, I feel.
Yes.
Sometimes it's watchable crap, it's schlock. Like Jurassic World is schlocky. This one isn't schlocky, it's more just straight bad, I would argue. But yeah, it's weird that we have such reverence for the franchise as a whole when...
Maybe it's because these movies aren't... Well, I feel like Jurassic Park's a really fucking good movie. I think people genuinely like Jurassic Park.
As they should.
But maybe we're not the target audience for these types of movies.
Yeah, there's probably an element of that for sure, in the sense that,
But we're not the target audience for The Incredibles either. And that was still
I don't know if that's entirely true. I think the difference perhaps between, and maybe, on the surface it doesn't seem like it would look this way because, one's an animated movie. You think about animated movies, it's a kid's movie.
Yeah.
That's not always true, really. I think The Incredible is probably more likened to a family film in the sense that...
that's true. That's a good way to put it.
It appeals to everyone. It's obviously got innate kiddie appeal because animation as a medium has always been reflected, more towards kids, and live action is considered the quote-unquote adult medium. But I think that, I don't know, Jurassic World just to me feels, I think probably what you're talking about, it feels more like a kid's movie. In spite of being live action, it definitely has
cartoony villains.
Yeah, it's so over the top.
Cartoony dialogue.
I think I used the word Saturday morning cartoon, and that's what it feels like because it's
a good way to put it.
The villains are so one dimensional and so completely
the villains,
over the top.
All of them.
All of them are just like, let's ratchet this up to 11. Like, we can't make it any more plain that these guys are evil as fuck. And so there's no subtlety to anything in this movie. It's just beats you over the head with straight stupidity. And it's entertaining at times. Dinosaurs are cool. We like dinosaurs. Dinosaurs fighting dinosaurs happens way too much in this movie, but it's so over the top, as with everything else, that it can kind of, dip into that schlockiness where it's okay, it's fine, or, whatever, it's enjoyable to watch. But
dinosaurs would fight dinosaurs, though.
Yeah, but not in like a heroic manner the way they do. Like, when the Tyrannosaurus Rex swoops in to miraculously save our protagonist. Spoilers, it's in the trailer. Actually, this whole movie's in the trailer. That's a good thing to talk about now. So, we weren't really excited to watch this movie going in because we'd seen, however many trailers they put out, and all of them looked like shit, to be quite honest. Yeah. And the more that we got, the more it kind of spooled the story out for us. And, by the time we got the final trailer, which I'd now seen probably close to 10 times, just because they would put it in front of every movie that I'd watch in the theaters, I had seen the entire movie. And unfortunately, if you are listening to this now and you haven't seen the movie yet, and you have seen that trailer,
you've seen the movie.
You've literally seen the movie. There is nothing here to be surprised by. There's nothing that you can already be spoiled about. Well, not entirely. There's one thing. Well, maybe two things we can talk about in spoilers. They're not big spoilers. They're completely useless in the scheme of things. But we'll talk about them. But the broad strokes of the story are completely told to you in the trailers. There's no surprise to anything here, and that's frustrating. I mean, I get marketing has to sell a movie, and you take a 2-hour movie and you try to condense it into a 2-minute trailer. Usually there's going to be some good stuff in there, so you can at least conceal if a movie's shit, and it's kind of telling if you can't make it completely obvious that your movie is shit. Like, if you can't edit a trailer for 2 minutes that looks good, even if the movie's complete shit, it's a bad sign. It's a bad
if you
sign.
don't have 2 minutes of good material.
And so we were kind of on the right track here in the sense that our expectations were a lot of bit colored, by what we thought we were going to get walking in. And, hats off to the marketing team because they delivered exactly what the trailers delivered. So from that standpoint, if you adored the trailers, then yeah, great. this movie might be for you.
Kudos to you.
Where if you were like Andrew and I, where you watch the trailers and, you kind of have the sideways glance and like, what the fuck is this?
You're going to give it the sideways glance in the theater.
You're going to do that a lot in the theater. Yeah, exactly.
What the fuck is this?
It's, I don't know. I think it could be more. I mean, I don't think this iteration of this movie could have ever been really much better.
What do you think about that?
We're not spoilers yet if you're trying to get there.
Yeah, never mind. Okay.
We'll save that. We'll table that for now.
There was kind of one emotional moment.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about, but we'll sit on it for just for now. We'll put a pin in it for now. Just broad strokes of this movie, before we get into more specific story beats and story points.
Which, to be fair, they're all in the fucking trailer.
Which
anyways,
they are in the trailer, right? So we'll just. There's really, again, if you've seen them, sorry, you've had the movie spoiled for you. Thanks, Universal.
Not to our detriment. It's not our fault.
It's not our fault, exactly. But I don't know. It's just not good. It's not good. The cast, I think, is the cast members that are or can be good. I like Chris Pratt a lot. I like Bryce Dallas Howard a lot. I don't really think that their characters get anything particularly good to do. They just kind of run around and have really bad dialogue with each other. Some of the characters in here are really bad. The not the kid. The actual kid is mostly fine.
The girl?
The girl is fine.
Girl's fine.
Yeah, like the actual character there is fine. But the IT guy or whatever he is, the tech guy that comes
why the
with
fuck
them,
is he there?
Complete waste of space. And totally annoying. He's pretty much the Jar Jar of this. Like, if this is the Phantom Menace, he is Jar Jar.
It's
like
bad.
It's the exact role.
Like every time you
gave to
see
Jar
him
Jar.
on screen,
you're bracing yourself for some stupid fucking one-liner that is going to just go over like a wet fart every fucking time. Every time. Completely unfunny. Complete waste of space.
He's consistent.
It's consistently shitty. That is absolutely correct. And that's kind of why I think that's kind of what you were possibly alluding to when we were talking earlier, when you started your thoughts. And I think that, that's probably the fault of everyone in the long run, in the sense that characters written very poorly, jokes aren't funny, director maybe doesn't have the clout or the wherewithal to say, hey, let's not do anything. Let's scrap this character because it doesn't need to be here. And the actor just, again, he didn't elevate the role. He Jared Leto'd it, if you want to put it that way. He did not elevate what was written on the page for sure. And then just it's no good, mate. It's no good. I don't know.
It's just stupid.
I think Jurassic World, the first one was fine. I think maybe I didn't enjoy it. Maybe I like the park setting more than I like this one. It was more about kind of dealing with the fallout of shit going sideways in Jurassic World, the park. And I think that the story directions that this one goes in, I think are completely fucking preposterous, even for the universe that this movie's set in. I think we talked about it with Oceans, in the sense that it's okay if a movie understands how stupid it is, but I don't think this one understands how stupid it is either.
Well, I don't know.
Or if it does,
maybe it just
then it's just the wrong kind of
and...
stupid. But no, because especially with how like Jeff Goldblum's character is integrated into it,
well, that's true.
It's
that's
trying
a good
to
argument.
be, clever about everything. There's a few Trump-esque remarks and stuff, or like I think someone literally gets called a nasty woman in there that couldn't be more on the nose about what you're trying to accomplish there, and it's so heavy-handed and forced. And when you put that next to just a completely fucking stupid script, it doesn't work. You can't have insightful commentary and just dumb as rocks characters and dumb as rocks villains and plot points. You can't have both.
That's true.
And so when they try to stack them up, everything just becomes that much more stupid, I feel, overall.
Mm-hmm.
We movie past it, so
it's free.
It
was time. It was time. I was gonna fucking drive out to the movie theater and sit through this shit for 2 hours. Did enjoy some McDonald's. I was kind of hungry. I don't know. It's got dinosaurs in it.
It's got dinosaurs. Technically, I thought they looked fine. that look like dinosaurs.
Of course, yeah, it's a big budget movie, man.
There's some more up close scenes with Blue the Raptor, and you can definitely get the sense that they used more animatronics in those,
which is cool.
And so you can kind of, tell the separation between animatronics and CG dinosaurs. But the CG dinosaurs overall looked pretty good, I thought.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and
CG's pretty good. CG's sitting good right now.
So that's the highest compliment I think we might be able to pay it, is that it
got good CG.
They clearly spent some money on it, and it went to good use.
Yeah.
And sometimes movies can have $300 million budgets, and then
look like shit.
They can look like Justice League. So
yeah, it's true.
That doesn't more money does not always translate to looking better, but it does look good. So it's got that going for it. I think it's actually maybe not performances aside, but I think cinematography. I think it's perfectly well shot. The levels of incompetence on display in the script, I don't think are on display behind the camera in terms of pointing and shooting and stuff like that. I think it looks fine. It all plays well.
Yeah.
But it's a movie. It's a movie. So recommendation:
take your kids to it.
To the theater.
Yeah. Listen, if I had a kid, I'd take him to go see this movie.
Okay.
I would.
Well, okay. Now, what if you had seen it already? Would you go back and take your kid?
I want to? No, I'll pay the babysitter to go take my kid to go see this movie because I don't want to sit through it again. But I would say if it's your first viewing, as somebody listening to this podcast who has kids, it's a Jurassic Park movie. It could make an impact with your kids. They might really enjoy it.
Do you think that there's moments in it that are a little too adult, though, with people getting ripped in half and eaten and shit like that?
No more than the dude who was taking the shit on the toilet in the original Jurassic Park who got eaten in half. You know what I'm saying? It happened.
It's less on screen.
Yeah, well, even kids could know that guy got ripped in half. I knew that guy got ripped in half.
Maybe his head just got ripped off.
What?
Maybe they just ate his head and spit it back out because there's too much fat all over his body.
No, I think every kid deserves to see a dinosaur rip somebody in half. I mean I don't know. It's part of being a child.
Okay, so what about if you don't have kids? Where do you stand on that, recommendation wise?
Watch it on Netflix.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, I can't recommend this on anything above.
It's a kid
Netflix.
Experience. It's definitely a kid experience. I think a kid could have a lot of fun with Jurassic Park.
Maybe. Yeah, or just maybe just show them Jurassic Park. It's probably cheaper and save on the popcorn and drinks at the theater. Get a lot better movie that's not total shit. It's just an idea. I'm floating it out there. Because this, I think what new ideas this one tries to bring to the table again are just so fucking stupid that I don't know. Maybe a kid would like it.
I enjoyed Temple of Doom.
If this was written by an 8-year-old, I would fully believe you.
I enjoyed Temple of Doom as a kid, so...
And then you watched it again. And
it was shit. Yeah. I feel like if I were to watch this as a kid, I'd probably enjoy it, and then watch it again and say, ooh, that was pretty shit.
Well, I would say that the majority of our listeners are not 8-year-olds, so from that standpoint...
If you're 8 years old, go see it. And you're pretty fucking cool, too. You're a cool 8-year-old if you're listening to us.
So cool. I would say Netflix is probably the way to go with this one, just across the board. Even if you get kids, it's cheaper to wait till Netflix. So you gotta be
that
thrifty.
Kid would have a fucking good time if he went and saw this movie. You can't tell me a kid would not have a good time. You would have a good time if you were 8 years old going to watch this movie.
I saw Batman and Robin and liked it when I was a kid. That doesn't mean anything.
It means that it was a good experience. So I don't know. It's not for you. It's for those kids, I think.
Which is, I don't know. That just seems like a weird decision, though, to make a Jurassic Park movie exclusively for kids.
Right? Well,
like I said, you can make a family film. It's good to have things for all audiences.
You're absolutely
instead of catering exclusively to one audience.
It takes a much more intelligent person to write a movie for all audiences.
I don't know. I mean, for a movie, where its predecessor broke box office records, seems like cutting out a huge target demographic seems short-sighted.
No, definitely short-sighted.
Unless it wasn't intentional and we're just completely misreading the situation, which is entirely possible.
And to be fair, I didn't care for the first. I didn't care, or not the first. I didn't care for Jurassic World.
Yeah.
Right. I thought it was. I thought that this one seemed perfectly in line with...
I think Jurassic World is several tiers above this one,
And
personally.
it's probably fair. I don't know.
It's got moments that are bad and moments that are stupid, but nothing as outright offensively stupid as this one, I would say.
No, this one's definitely steps
But speaking
it up a
of
notch.
moments of outright offensive stupidity, let's talk about spoilers for this one.
Yeah.
So full spoilers for Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. You're a hot rod.
Yeah, that guy there. So, what was his name? Do you even remember his name?
No fucking clue.
Anyways, the Great White Hunter. I do remember him
Yeah, okay.
being called the Great White Hunter. He slips into the mansion to find the most badass...
Where's my bonus?
Yeah, his question. Listen, he's looking for his boss to find out about his bonus because all the dinosaurs escaped, and he finds the most badass genetically engineered dinosaur ever to be made.
Well, it's a combination of the, I think, Indominus Rex from the First World and
Whatever the fuck that is.
and the Velociraptor.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's hyper intelligent, can be trained and militarized because
And
it's all about militarized
and it attacks
dinosaurs.
lasers.
20 millions.
Yeah, 20 millions. They're willing to spend 20 millions on.
Yeah, look, I'm going to get off on a side note here, but
do it.
doesn't that seem pretty low for dinosaurs for like fucking
$20 million?
That seems like a pretty good deal. We were talking about fucking sports players getting paid like $30 million to fucking
LeBron James got paid
James just
100.
he's getting a 4-year, $150 million deal.
He could buy half the fucking park.
like,
Dude.
he could buy the dinosaurs himself. I mean,
LeBron James gonna own all the dinosaurs.
doesn't that seem like awfully low in the scheme of things? Like they probably, I mean, it's a nonsensical thing, and it doesn't really matter in the scheme of things.
No, but you
why
feel like
why wouldn't you just make it $250 million or something?
it should be
like that?
Jeff Bezos tier.
Yeah, Jeff Bezos is worth like fucking almost $200 billion or some shit like that.
130 million. 126,
Okay,
something like
so
that. Anyways,
over $100 billion.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a lot of money. I mean, he could buy
1 billion should be the going
he could
rate
buy
for one
the entire
dinosaur.
stock of dinosaurs on sale in this auction, and I don't think that would even crack $1 billion.
No,
So
that's
he's
fair.
sitting pretty. Again, still he still has enough to buy 5 of every Amazon item.
Yeah, no,
ever.
Yeah, he should.
Okay. Anyway, back to Mr. Hot
That's
Rod.
true, though. It's a very valid point.
It's whatever. It
doesn't make any sense.
As with everything in this movie, it's very stupid. And if you can get on board with that, then it's fine. And if that's a sticking point for you, like it kind of is for me, it's just another point of criticism for the stupidity in this movie.
Didn't think about that. I never thought about the price of the dinosaurs. It's very true. though.
Anyway, Hot
Fuck,
Rod.
I'd buy a dinosaur for fucking $10 million.
Yeah, man. We can kickstart that shit, man.
Yeah.
Kickstart
Anyways,
a fucking dinosaur.
We're gonna get fucking sidetracked again.
We were talking about Mr. Hot
Eggman.
Rod. we were talking about Eggman. We were talking about Hot Rod. They should have cast that guy to be Eggman. Fuck Jim Carrey. Yeah. So he goes. He's trying to find the boss to get his bonus. Then he goes into the cage with the biggest, baddest motherfucker in the galaxy.
He says, "I'm gonna shoot this dinosaur with his tranks."
He tranks it a few times.
He's like, "Fuck that dinosaur that's sitting in the cage. I'm gonna shoot him." Pa 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 pa. Shoots him. With
I didn't
the
see you
tranks.
on the island.
I didn't see you on the island, right? Boom, 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 boom. Shoots him with the tranks, puts him down. Supposedly puts him down, but that dinosaur's so fucking smart, I'm gonna fake him out. Because I know he wants my teeth. So he opens the cage door
Yeah.
and slips into the cage.
Leaves. Yeah, I guess he leaves it open. Which I guess
He does leave it open. Why the fuck you can't close it from
wouldn't
the
close it on
outside?
yourself. Yeah, that's fair.
So he slips in there and he grabs his pliers out and says, "Motherfucker, I'm gonna grab your teeth. I'm gonna pull your teeth out." But then the dinosaur raises up his tail and kind of smiles a little bit. Ah! And then he looks around. Oh, that dinosaur's still sleeping. It's okay. So he goes to rip the tooth out again. Ah! He raises his tail up, but this time he eats him and rips off his arm.
Mm-hmm.
And then the dinosaur's free. Starts fucking everybody up.
It does. Yeah.
It's cartoonesque. That's a cartoon thing.
Just that whole
The whole interaction.
that whole scene is purely devised. Like it's not even obscured at all. It's literally there just so they can have a bad excuse to have the dinosaur, like for the
free.
dinosaur to get
Right,
out
right.
to terrorize everyone else in the whole third act. And it's
It's stupid.
it's so comically over the top that it's just like, Again, that's the sideways glance moment of...
what are you doing, dude?
I think we had the sideways glance. We watched this together. I'm pretty sure there was a moment of acknowledgement of, what the fuck is this? Like everything else is just like, okay, it's, munching on some popcorn. Well, not popcorn to be fair, but, it's
sunflower seeds.
Goofy popcorn, action.
And I made it a point.
Sequences.
I don't know if you noticed this or not, but every time there was like a definite, because everything's so obnoxiously fucking, here's the joke, here it is.
Yeah.
Every time I would look at you and just go, did you notice that?
Yeah, I did notice that a few times.
Anyway,
I just figured you were taking the piss, which you were. So, what else? What else is there to talk about in spoilers here? Oh, the sad moment. We're going to talk about the sad moment.
Yeah, the fucking long neck.
It was is that a Brachiosaurus maybe?
Bronchiosaurus.
Yeah, and they leave him behind on the island. That was a good moment. I like that.
Yeah,
it was a little bit of it wasn't a tearjerker, but it was kind of like that's actually a one good moment in this collection of really shitty, stupid moments. Like I thought that was kind of a good moment there. I thought that was good.
Yeah.
So
he also pulled the tooth out of that Stegosaurus. That was kind of shitty.
Yeah.
And you saw and then Blue cried because he got shot.
Mm-hmm. Blue was so sad.
Raptors cry. I didn't know they had tear ducts.
Yeah. I think part of the problem I have with the way that they depict the dinosaurs is they gave them such human-like characteristics that it kind of becomes a little too much, I feel.
Yeah, they're reptiles.
Like the way that they characterize Blue, and I get it, they're framing it as like this is the second most intelligent species on the planet. Okay, fine, whatever. But I'm pretty sure dolphins, who I think are considered also one of the most intelligent species, pretty sure they don't fucking cry and shit.
They're fucking aquatic mammals.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. It was a little too much, and just a lot of the way that a lot of even like the parting farewell where Blue is talking to Chris Pratt, and Chris Pratt's like, "Why don't you come with us?" And then the Blue literally points to a cage. Like it's
I don't want to go in that cage.
It's a little like they're having like a full on conversation. It's actually very similar. I don't think you saw it. Rampage. They made the ape in that basically just a human, in the way that it's signed with The Rock, and it was just too much. It's like, look, I get that this is a movie about over the top shit.
Could they not do it? Could they not do it?
It just it feels like lazy writing, because they're like, how do we do this? Well, we just have a literal dialogue sequence with a fucking raptor, and it's like.
But I feel like the raptor knows what the cage is.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I get
feel
that.
like a dog would know about the cage. I don't want to fucking go in the cage. I'm going to run over into the woods.
Yeah, but the way that scene plays out, you wouldn't have a conversation with your dog, and then the dog, you're saying, like, why don't you come with us? And then the dog would literally lift its fucking paw up and point at the cage as, like, it's a metaphor for what it's going to be. No, it's a step too far, I feel. Do you disagree with my assessment? Like, it's so brazenly stupid that...
Well, it's brazenly stupid. There's no doubt about that.
Like, I get it, but it's just so ham-fisted in
God
a way
damn it,
that
I want Jurassic
you.
Park to be more, okay?
I just
want it to be
there's
fucking decent.
There's something to be said for subtlety, you don't have to beat your audiences over the head. I mean, I understand catering to the lowest common denominator. That is a very real thing.
And there's a lot of denominators in fucking Jurassic Park, man.
But I just... That's one thing for me that I don't know. It's just too much, as with most everything in this movie, including
the clone,
the little girl. What is that subplot? What is it? What is the purpose of it?
They weren't friends anymore because he cloned his daughter.
Okay.
All right, let's move on.
Let's never address this plot point ever again. Also, she's going to be the surrogate daughter for fucking Chris Pratt and whatever.
Who?
Bryce Dallas Howard.
Who was the daughter that he cloned?
So I think it was... Okay, so Hammond, we know from the first one, he was, the creator of Jurassic Park,
right.
But apparently he had a secret partner that they had a falling out about, who's never been mentioned until this movie.
Ever. Okay.
Ever.
All right.
So this is the first introduction of his partner. I think Lockwood is his name.
Maybe in the books?
It's possible, but it's not like they've been following the books anyway, really.
That's true. So, okay, all right.
But they had this falling out, and then I guess Lockwood had a daughter, and then the daughter died in a car crash, And so
all of this is referenced in this movie.
Yes. This is all from this movie.
All
So,
right.
so I think the daughter has the car crash. She dies, and then
He clones her.
he clones her, but he basically tells her that she's his granddaughter and that, her mom died in the car crash. But in fact, obviously, he had been using the genetic technology that they had
Of course, why not? Why wouldn't you?
That they had used, with the dinosaurs and shit
that
to recreate
raises
his own
the
daughter.
question: why isn't this technology being used Westworld style?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what they're going for with that. Like, are we
Do we want to open the door to Westworld?
Like, are we going clones with Jurassic World 3?
Why not?
Like,
why couldn't you?
I just feel like, if it's just a way to show that the genetic technology is amazing, well, they're fucking genetically creating dinosaurs and shit. Like, we get that. I just don't understand what it adds to the movie to have that story element in there.
Maybe it's there strictly to draw the parallel between, listen, we can do it with dinosaurs. We can do it with people too. And maybe it's just to make people beat your audience over the head that the technology has more than one purpose.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they're trying to, because she hits the button at the end, to let the dinosaurs roam free into the world. Terrible idea, by the way.
Yeah, well, we talked about this too.
Just gonna kill them all.
I mean, listen, there were, 9 trucks full of dinosaurs?
It's not that many.
The only dinosaurs that can probably thrive and live are the pterodactyls, right? Mm. Because they can add, there were several of pterodactyls.
Yeah.
But like the T-Rex, there's only one T-Rex. He can't fuck anything. They're just going to die. Unless
they can reproduce on their own because they've got nifty genetic modification to do that.
Oh, he can lay his own eggs?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe it's a she. Maybe it is a she, actually.
And chicken,
Rexy.
But are they like, can they lay their own eggs?
I have no idea. I don't know that much about dinosaur.
Physiology,
yeah, no.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Could be a serious fucking problem. Never thought about that. I thought they had to bone like everything else.
It doesn't matter.
It's stupid
because it's all dumb, and they'll just do whatever they need to do for the purposes of the next story that they're going to tell. Which it's making it's made $1 billion. It's going to get a third one.
We'll probably go see it too.
What does that say about us? That's the real moral conundrum here, isn't it? That's.
We're here for you. We're here for you. I texted somebody and said, "Listen, I just do what I do for our listeners. A limited number of listeners. I do it for them. I take it for you."
Yeah.
Don't do this one.
Yeah. Is there anything else spoiler-wise?
No, that's it, man. I think that's it. I don't have there's not a lot to say about this movie. It's kind of shit.
Yeah.
Unless you're a kid. I think a kid might like it, but that's it.
Yeah, I think I'm out of words to describe this movie. Mm-hmm. But shit's a good one, so we'll end with that for our coverage of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, and we can move on to some things we've been up to lately. I've got a few things to talk about, but I'll turn it over to you first. If you've got anything you want to shout out that you've been watching, anything you've been up to, really.
I think we've probably been up to the same shit.
A lot of it, we've been up to the same shit. Yeah. We've done a couple things that you've fallen asleep to. You just want to talk about? I can talk about what I've been up to.
Yeah, you talk. Yeah, because I've fallen asleep.
You can add, add on with what you have to add. So let me pull this list up here. Okay, so we did watch these separately, sort of. But I finished Westworld season 2, and I know you'd already finished that as of our last episode. So I'll just put spoiler warning here for Westworld season 2 for those of you that have not finished, just in case there's anything that you didn't hear.
Ooh, yeah, I did finish something that you didn't finish.
So Westworld season 2, it's pretty good. I was pretty impressed with it. Some pretty cool directions that it's taking it.
Yeah.
Kind of having Dolores out in the world should make for a pretty interesting season 3.
As what's her face too.
As so we see that she has, we see in the bag she has looks like the 5 of the little brain things that they put in there. So I don't know who that's implied to be, but we see at the end that she reconstructs Bernard as kind of her antagonist. To kind of maybe I don't know. she's doing something. She needs something to kind of help her, propel her plan along. But so we see her in like the proper Dolores body, the Evan Rachel Wood body, but we also see the Tessa Thompson. I don't remember the character's name, but so I don't know if it's implied that she just kind of swaps between the two bodies. Like when she needs to go out into the world, she'll just go out as Tessa Thompson. That would probably make sense since she can kind of take that form and be a Delos character. But yeah, that's a pretty interesting wrinkle.
It's going to be a pretty fucking cool season 3.
Yeah, and also I saw something. I think Lisa Joy, who's one of the co-creators of it, said that we will still see the parks, and we will still see some of the other parks that haven't been mentioned or seen. So we got the Raj, we got Shogun World as new ones this season in addition to Westworld, so I guess we'll still see some more. So curious to see how that plays out. I think it was kind of implied that they left it open enough that Maeve and her troop will probably come back to life.
Who?
Maeve.
Oh, okay.
Because they kind of like, hey, she's like, you need, pick some of them that you need to fix up. They leave with the 2 people that have been kind of part of their group for the entire season. So I kind of get that impression. And apparently the post-credits thing, which you said you hadn't actually seen until I was rewatching it.
Yeah, it's true. I didn't know it was there.
I guess that is apparently in a far future, so that's not like immediately after the events of this. That's sometime down the line. Because I was kind of like, okay, what's going on here? But
it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, lots of very interesting directions. I think a lot of people are kind of just like, are they just making this shit up as they go? But according to Jonah Nolan and Lisa Joy, they have a plan in place and they're sticking to it. So I'm in for the ride, certainly for another season or however many seasons they want to go. It seems like a show that definitely has a built-in timetable. I would say probably of maybe 5 seasons. I don't know. It doesn't seem like a show that could run for perpetuity.
No, it seems like it probably has a designated, like, this is our story, this is what we want to tell.
And however long it takes to tell that story.
Yeah.
So be it, right? So.
And I'm all about that.
Yeah.
I like cohesion.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Other things, you put on some Starship Troopers, which I think you fell asleep in, but...
I fell asleep. It was fucking awesome what little bit I watched.
Yeah, I think that... I don't know if I've seen the entire movie.
Were you impressed?
Prior to that, if I had, it's been so long that I didn't remember most of it. I think I've seen bits and pieces of it on like YouTube and TV, where it's kind of the TV edit, and it's definitely a movie that the TV edit does not do it any favors. But yeah, it was a really cool movie. It was a ton of fun. Like, I mean, it's not like a great movie or anything like that, but it's got like that. That's a super fun movie. It's violent. Kind of cornball, and it's over the top in the right sort of ways, and in the way that it satirizes propaganda and stuff like that. Like it's really good.
Yeah,
it's good
cool
stuff.
Tells a good story.
Yeah, I like that one a lot. I think some of these are a little bit more kind of things that I've been up to. The Toys That Made Us. I've watched 3 episodes of it's a Netflix documentary series.
Yeah, I caught one of them.
I think you watched part of it. Yeah. So the first one was Star Wars. I think that's the one you watched most of, and the second one was Barbie, and then the third one that I watched was He-Man and the Masters of the Universe.
Fucking, I bet He-Man was cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. So, I mean, like He-Man, for example, was kind of a
Do they all have the same lawyers?
No.
Yeah,
the cast of people that they interview is all very different, kind of based on the toy companies and collectors and all that stuff. So it's a pretty fun doco series. It's I don't know. It's nice. I mean, it's something obviously based about toys, and it has a nice kind of very fun, irreverent tone to it. It doesn't feel so self-serious, and I think that's a good thing for something like that. So I think there's 8 episodes out right now. I think the next one is G.I. Joe, so I'll probably watch that maybe tomorrow. So it's good stuff. Recommend that. And I started Glow Season 2 on Netflix as well. I watched the first 2 episodes, so I'm not super far into it, and it's picking right back up where the first one left off. Good stuff. So that's it for things I've been watching. Aside from a certain big obvious thing that we've been kind of watching throughout the week, which we'll touch on in just a little while. I've also been playing Golf Story on the Switch. I think I was, talking to you about that since I've been here, and bought it on sale, I think, a couple weeks ago. Probably put 10, 15 hours into it. Super fun. It's like a 16-bit throwback, SNES style RPG. about golf. But it's got a really wicked sense of humor. It's a lot of fun. So anyone looking for a kind of an indie kind of game on the Switch, I would recommend that. Anything else you've been up to? Anything coming to mind? I said we'll talk about the obvious shortly.
There was something I watched. I finished. Oh yeah, The Expanse. I finished The Expanse since you've been down.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
is that a good?
Yeah, it's really good. It's a really good show. Of course, I'm happy that I got picked up by Amazon. By Jeff Bezos in particular. Jeff Bezos bought that shit. As he could buy all things. Yeah. It could have ended and it would have felt, I think it would have felt like decent closure. Would have left a lot open-ended and everything else, but I think it would have been decent closure for the show. Okay. But it was, yeah. I'm excited to see what comes next because I don't know. I actually might download the Audible books because I have a decent amount of tokens saved up. I haven't been listening recently. And I might get into that series because it's definitely got me hooked.
Yeah. I mean, you'll definitely notice, deviations between the books and the characters, or the show rather, mostly in terms, I think, of how it uses the characters. Obviously I haven't watched anything of the third season. I'm sad to say. I mean, it's my fault, so not really like pointing the finger at anyone. But there's a lot of characters getting combined into one, or like they'll move up characters,
which is typical, right?
Yeah. So they it's and I think that I think one of the probably the different most different things is the writers of the books are heavily involved in the show itself. So a lot of the decisions they make to combine characters or to move characters around or to move plot things around is something like, a lot of it I think is just kind of them saying, hey, yeah, we wrote it this way, but it might actually work better if we did it this way. Now that we've had 5 years since we wrote that, well, we kind of took it in this direction. Let's just take it in that direction from the beginning.
You have budgetary constraints.
Right. Obviously, there's other logistical concerns that come into play. Absolutely, but
it's actually it's interesting to. I didn't know that, but it's interesting to think why they would want to combine characters and why they would want to combine plot elements and try to streamline things for the show. Makes sense.
And it works because that they have the knowledge to say that, well, this doesn't, doing this doesn't break the universe, whereas something like Game of Thrones, by the time you get to its, latest seasons and the upcoming next season,
that shit doesn't quite make any sense, does it?
Well, it's gone so far off the path. Even if they got the broad strokes from Martin, it ain't going to be the same thing as the books he's not going to write. So,
right.
But if he ever did write them, they would be very different, is kind of what I'm saying. And this is different.
He's going to write them.
This is different, but it's at least, I think, certainly truer to the spirit of everything because it's literally signed off by the guys that are responsible for all that.
I read a short story from them though, and it's really fucking good.
Drive?
Yes. Mm-hmm. That was really good.
Yeah, it was cool to see that. I think season 2, I think they actually adapted that for kind of like
I think they did.
Like they stitched it throughout an episode. Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Anything else?
Slap at the bass.
Slap at the bass. Yeah, we watched I Love You, man.
Slap at the bass, man.
Oh, man. I'm slapping the bass, man.
Slapping the bass.
You sound kind of like a leprechaun.
Slapping the bass.
Big time. Big time slap the bass.
Big time.
Big time. Big time. Catch you later, Jobin.
Yeah, it's good.
What'd you just call me?
Don't worry about it, Pistol Pete.
No, what did you call me? I called you Jobin.
The fucking movie's good.
Yeah, we watched I Love You, Man. It's a favorite of mine, and
that's pretty fucking good.
Listeners of our episode will know that my famous sign off is lifted directly from that movie. A movie that obviously
I had not seen.
Every time that I say it, Andrew is just like, "The fuck are you saying, dude?" And it gets him going. But now you have a little context for the sign off.
Chocolat,
just delightful.
Chocolat. It's chocolate, okay? We live in America. It's chocolate. I can't believe I've gone so long without seeing that movie.
It's good.
It's good. It's real good. Yeah. I don't watch enough comedies.
Yeah,
so if any of our listeners want to recommend some comedies, I don't get enough comedy in my life, and that shit was pretty funny. It made my life a little brighter. So send us some comedies and I'll watch them.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Comedy recommendations. Well, have we had a
I don't think we have a
comedy movie?
No, we haven't.
Episode?
And that's the problem. Comedies, I think, comedies are so hard to do. You know?
It's a good idea, though. I mean, maybe to try to find more directly comedic movie, like one, maybe there's a week that something that's just
I know
straight up
Cockblockers
comedy.
came out with John Cena.
Yeah, that I haven't seen.
I just don't. I don't have any fucking interest.
I think that one is supposed to be pretty solid, actually. Though, like
I don't have any interest in seeing that.
That's fair, but it's got John Cena.
Yeah, well, it's
not enough.
Exactly. I said, ooh, it's starring John Cena. What the fuck? I don't want.
Yeah.
I'd rather go watch Jurassic Park which is.
Well, what if they put John Cena in Jurassic Park? Now there's an idea. And Jim Carrey's Eggman.
Jim Carrey's fucking Eggman. Fuck! Don't even get me started. I forgot about that. Now,
maybe it's a good time to wrap it up.
Yeah, wrap it up
before we get off on a long tangent.
Jim Carrey's Eggman. What the fuck is this Eggman?
Yeah, sometimes I wish that we had like a video form of this, because this dude's face, it would be worth it. I mean,
does that even make any fucking sense?
Look, no, it doesn't.
We're gonna make a Sonic the Hedgehog movie. Period.
Yeah, I think
our villain for Sonic the Hedgehog is gonna star Jim Carrey as Eggman.
I mean, you got to cast someone as Eggman. Who else would you cast as Eggman?
Are they gonna put him in prosthetics?
I hope so.
Like fucking
the Grinch. Man. Yeah, they got to do that shit. I'm gonna be disappointed if they don't. Personally,
I hope he acts like fucking Ace Ventura and does all sorts of wonky shit as Dr. Eggman.
Like a glove.
Sonic, I just picture him doing all sorts.
Sonic, you are a who? Is that her? Chitty chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang.
Little ship. Oh God, it's gonna be absolutely ridiculous.
We're definitely doing an episode on it. That'll be our comedy episode.
What's an Eggman quote? Just pull up an Eggman quote. I just need to see it. Come on, where's it at? Let's see an Eggman quote. They have to have them, yeah. Where's the Robotnik quotes? There we go. Let's just see. What's he say? I can't remember him saying absolutely anything. Can you?
I hate that hedgehog. That's his unmistakable catchphrase, apparently.
Is that what it says?
That's what it says, yeah. Hatred of Sonic with his unmistakable catchphrase. I hate that hedgehog. So that's Jim Carrey. He's going to be saying that.
It's going to be good.
So I think we can end it there. Thank you guys for listening. If you enjoyed what you heard, spread the word. S'il vous plaît. Patreon. Support us on Patreon if you would be so kind. Go to watchreviewrepeat.com. That's our website. Premium tab, and click Become a Patron. And right now, our current bonus episode, as of recording this, and probably as of releasing this, is the Indiana Jones franchise, which, of course, we talked about Indiana Jones in this very episode, so that's timely. But we are proud to announce that our next bonus episode is going to be coming very shortly, and we've been doing some prep on that throughout the week.
What's that thing? How's that theme song go? Dun 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 dun. That's James Bond.
I was doing. I've literally in my mind was just James Bonding, just the James Bond thing.
That's it.
Mission Impossible will be our next bonus episode. Since Mission Impossible Fallout's going to be coming out later in July, we thought we would have a nice bonus episode on that. So
let me tell you something. What a series to fucking watch, man!
Yeah,
it's good shit.
It's a little topsy turvy, as we'll talk about, but it's mostly good. Yeah, there's a lot of good in it.
It's better than Jurassic Park.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. That is also a factual statement. But yeah. So look forward to that. We'll have details on that coming to our socials when we have it ready. We're still in the midst of rewatching the franchise.
Yeah, I gotta rewatch 3 again. I fell asleep.
So it will be helpful to have them fresh in our minds when we record that episode. So look forward to that. You can follow us on Twitter at WRRPod, like us on Facebook. Questions, comments, suggestions. Like I said, comedy movies for Andrew, perhaps. Watchreviewrepeat@gmail.com. Intro and outro track is Mechanolith by Kevin MacLeod, licensed under the Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0 license. And our next episode, when we get a chance to see it, is going to be Sicario Day of the Soldado. So look forward to that. We're still catching up on everything, so I think Ant-Man and the Wasps is coming up. We're definitely going to see that very shortly as well. So we'll have an episode on that coming up in the future too. So until then, that is it.
Ladies on Mandy.
Oh. Just cut me off with it.
Ladies on the Mandy.
Now he knows the source material. He thinks he can just get away with saying it. All right. Well, I guess I'll let you take it out, Jobin.
Let's say it one more time. Ladies on the Mandy. Ladies on the Mandy.
I'm slapping the bass.
Slapping the bass, man.